What fatherhood means to me is leadership. It means guidance. Sometimes it's going to ball games when your child is not even getting in the ball game. It means stepping up to the plate when no one else steps up to the plate. Sometimes you might have to be a father to someone else's child. Fatherhood is not just being in the home, but it's being a guidance and being a role model inside the home. Fatherhood is very important to that young man or that young lady. It means being an example to them on showing them how to pay bills. It's showing them how to be a leader. It's showing them how to be responsible. It's showing them how to hold down a job. It's showing them what it is to live in this world and be a good role model, being a substantial citizen in this life. We need fathers. And sometimes fathers gets a bad rap. Sometimes fathers is not appreciated. But fathers, you are needed to guide, to love, to lead. Be there for your children when they skin their knee, when they need help with homework, when they need finances, when they need love, when they just need a hug, when they just need someone there to lend an ear. That's fatherhood.
Fatherhood is complex.
I think of leadership. I think of adaptation.
Means setting the trend.
Is leadership and service.
The indelible responsibility of passing on your legacy.
Fatherhood to me is being the best role model to your children so they can also be a good role model to their children one day. Fatherhood also means learn how to be a true nurturer and giving unconditional love to your children. It also means being that strong shield, brightened shield to lighten the way and being that great protector that they need for the struggles of life.
Fatherhood to me is a divine assignment. It is the assignment that impacts the currents of society and the annals of time. It is obstacles, it is challenges, it is successes, it is failures, it is joy, it is pain. Fatherhood are the ups and the downs of daily living with the added responsibility of life that has been assigned to us by God.
It's no longer about you, it's about them, your children. And you live the rest of your life for them. No matter how old they get, you will always be a father. And you will always have them top of mind and want the best for them. So everything you do in life is geared towards making sure they can be successful, good people, and honorable. So that's what fatherhood means to me.
Fatherhood is the responsibility of passing on one's living legacy and looking out for the health and well-being of the children and the family.
Fatherhood to me is leadership and service. Every day I wake up, I have to serve my children, teach them how to be future leaders in this world, world changers, to break generational curses, to teach them to be nurturing, loving, and to be okay to show emotions. Every day I have to wake up and be diligent in my actions because I have 4 eyes that are always watching me. So I have to be very cognizant of things I say, things I do every single day, because that's going to shape their future and their lives going forward.
Fatherhood to me means setting the trend. It's an opportunity to create an environment that's conducive for growth for the children. And what I mean by that is setting the tone to where you create opportunities to where behaviors can be fulfilled through positive reinforcement, and you get a chance to be a role model and make an impact on the child's life so that one day they'll have positive outcomes and be productive in life. So I take fatherhood very seriously, and it's a joy and a privilege to be a father and also to be a grandfather as well.
I think of a gamut of things. When it comes to parenting, the mother has her role, and I think the father's role is more of the guidance and being stern to make sure that your child becomes a productive citizen of society. While they may have done something that was not a good thing to do or not necessarily very bad, that there's a brighter side and not just always heavy-handed. Because if you have more than one child, every child is different. So you have to maybe harder on one than you would the other child.
Fatherhood means to me that there are certain responsibilities, certain duties, certain relationships that you have to build in yourself and also in your children. To be a father means that I model the behaviors that I like for my child to embrace and internalize. Habits of the heart, habits of the mind. Habits of the mind, they are tenacious. They see the world as one of a learning experience, building relationships, and also have compassion. We have to model, and I've modeled justice and what it means in terms of living in this world, and what it means that you have a legacy, and we have a legacy of building and making this world a better place. That is our legacy.
What does fatherhood mean to me? It's probably the most incredible journey I've ever been on. I absolutely love it. It gives me an opportunity not only to decide what I can do to become a better father or to raise my children differently and better, but it gives me an opportunity to pass along to them great lessons that I learned from my parents, my grandparents, and my great-grandparents. The legacy of the family. It gives me a chance to put that in perspective for them as well. I also believe that it's important that fathers demonstrate the 8 habits of the heart, because I think those 8 habits are necessary to build and sustain a good life. I want my children to understand what it means to have a nurturing attitude. I want them to understand that responsibility is a person, that dependability can be them. I want them to understand that friendship is a habit that really brings life into its better position. That sisterhood, brotherhood means that we can reach beyond comfortable and extend welcome to other than ourselves. High expectations, to know that's what I expect of them, to help them to understand what it means and what it looks like, and be willing to put in the time. 24/7 is all we have. We'll never have 28/10, so I have to build a good relationship within the time that is allotted me. I think it's the greatest job that I could have, one for which you're not paid with money, but you're paid with the expression of gratitude from those who sit under your watch and under your care. I think that being a father is one of the greatest opportunities I've had. Would not trade it for anything.
I believe fathers were created to be loving and present, protectors and defenders. Fathers were created to be providers and correctors, leaders and teachers. We're insulators as opposed to isolators. We can't shelter our kids from everything, but we have to encourage them within, build them up to be strong so they can make well-informed decisions. Fatherhood is an everyday job, something that you can't take breaks off, you can't take days off or moments off. Fatherhood is something that we're called to be, we're challenged rather to be, to help the kids to do the best, but humble enough to apologize when we make mistakes or when we recognize or we're told that we've made something in error. And I also think that fathers are models at home, models in the workplace, models in our spiritual realms as well, not limited to just their own children uniquely. And it's a great Great experience, challenging, rewarding, and something I've always wanted to do.